Splice Original.
Hello, so what have we got here? Well, it's a Suzuki RGV250. It's a VJ21 and a K model from 1989. This particular bike is very, very rare indeed, one of only 500 made in these colours. The colour scheme is called Schick. Now Schick was a sponsor of production racing in Japan in the 80s, and would you believe Schick are razor blades? So it's a very, very rare machine indeed. You don't get to see too many of these on the roads, if any at all, to be honest. So we'll just do a small walk around video and point out a few things on the bike. This bike in particular, I'm going to be doing a nut and bolt restoration. It's for a friend of mine who I've done some bikes for before, and in particular I've done a Pepsi version of an RGV for him. So this one's going to be stripped down, nut and bolt, engine out, down to the bare frame. So what have we got? Well, an RGV is a V-twin 90-degree two-stroke. As you'll see, it's in a pretty sorry state. Fasteners really rusted through. So we'll start from the front. Red number board, as it would have been on the track. A little bit of damage to the fairing here, but we have actually got another complete fairing with no damage, which we'll actually just clean up. As we'll see, we'll go around. Now the forks, extremely rusty, so they'll be stripped and re-hard chromed. This look pretty rusty, but they will actually clean up. It's only surface rust. On the surface there, it even rubs off with the finger. Now these particular models, the Schick, there's some discrepancy in what colour the wheels should be. This one obviously looks like it's never been touched. It looks factory, straight out of the factory. It's totally standard by the looks of it. So therefore, the gunmetal grey metallic wheels look original, but on some of the brochures for these models, the wheels are painted white. So I think we're going to stick with the gunmetal grey because I think it suits the bike better. There's a little bit of damage down there to the fairing. I don't know if you can see a big crack there. So that will have to be plastic welded. As you can see, there are no calipers on the bike. We have actually sourced some original 1989 spec calipers. So they'll getting refurbed, resealed, new pads going straight on the bike. It looks like, not that it matters because the fork's going to get totally rebuilt, but it looks like the fork, oh yeah, you can see underneath how bad the dust seal is. So, and on the far side there you can see there's a heck of a lot of oil escaping. So they'll be rebuilt, completely stripped and rebuilt. Moving around the bike, this is a Japanese spec bike. So these mirrors are JDM, Japanese domestic market. UK bikes have a much flatter, squarer mirror, which kind of obviously exaggerated in size, but is that sort of shape. We'll need a replacement lever because the hard chrome on the span adjuster is obviously past saving. The screen, believe it or not, should clean up with lots of polish, lots of very, very fine wet and dry. And the reason we'll try and save it is because of that sticker there. You can't get these stickers anymore. If we can save it, we will. It's the original sticker, so the guy who I'm restoring the bike for, he wants to keep some patina. So we're going to try and rescue as much as we can of the plastics without painting them. Switch gear. Pretty. Switch gear is pretty affected by the sun. But believe it or not, get some heat going on it and it should clean up. So the tank, as you can see, highly sun damaged. Brought all the lacquer off, flaking away there. Just give it a rub and it just comes off. What's there? I think the key, yeah, the key fits. So lucky to have the key. As you can see, the bike's in kilometres, as it's a Japanese market bike. So we've only done 16,296 kilometres. I would say that's fairly original. The bike looks untouched, to be honest. Everything's original on it. Even the bar, I know the bar end's hanging off there, but that's definitely original. The clocks are actually in superb condition, just need a really good clean. So all the subframe, anything black metal will be getting, it's powder coated in satin black. All nuts and bolts will be cleaned and re-zinced. So moving along, will the seat come off? Yes, it will. There we go, seat's off. Original battery in there. I mean, even that is the spare fuse. It's still in its original packaging, which is quite incredible, really. It shows how original the bike is. But yes, I mean, there's nothing to these. I mean, the wiring's quite simple on them. A very basic loom. But yeah, it's all there. So moving along, you can just about see inside there. The carbs don't look in great condition, must admit. Although we do have a set of original carbs that I've stripped and cleaned. So we'll probably swap the carbs out. They're exactly the same carbs. The shock's in a bit of a sorry state. Whether that will clean up, we're going to get the spring powder coated. Still got the original decal on in Japanese, which is really cool to see. Yeah, I think the odd fastener's past redemption, but I think you can still get these. It's all these fasteners, they'll all clean up. Even the master cylinder, I think you call it, push rod. Get that on the whizzy wheel, that'll clean up. Likewise with the footrests, they'll clean up and get re-zinced. Oh, the original decal there. Somebody's been doing a bit of woodwork near the bike, so we don't know what's going on there. I think that's been done since my pal's had the bike. He's a woodsman actually. Probably happened in his shed. Let's see what the compression's like. Does it turn over even? Yes, it does. It actually feels quite good. Lock there. Don't think it's going round. That was an intermittent lock, release, lock, release. It wasn't just normal compression. we'll have to see. Might have to take the barrels off and see what's going on there. Now if we move down under here, I mean, this is really cool to see. That bracket usually snaps off. That one there, that usually snaps off. But even all the original overflow from the carbs, that's bottom of the airbox. These are from the carbs. Fantastic to see. You don't get many bikes with all those still on, especially at this age. I mean, the bike's 35 years old now. Interesting to see. So these cans are anodized black chrome. So what we'll do is we'll get them blasted and polished up and probably powder coat them, because you can get exactly the same effect. You can even keep the Suzuki code. Don't know if you can see that. You can keep the Suzuki code on. So moving round, yeah, these bikes, because it's a race replica, they had a red number board. That's for the number of the race bike, whoever was riding it at the time. This is quite funny to see. Somebody has wrapped it in cellophane, but they put red tape to, obviously for the pictures, for selling it on Yahoo selling site, wherever he bought it, to make it look original. We have actually got this plastic piece here. We've got one of those. That's red. It's painted black and has red decal over the top. Nice to see an uncut mudguard. Really nice to see that. You don't usually get ones uncut these days, so that's really rare. Well, moving around, obviously the tyres are shot. They look original. I don't know what the date is on them. Is there a date on them? Not too sure, can't see it. Dunlops. Oh, the date's down there. Let's have a look. Is that 06? Let's have a look. No, not too sure. Not the same coding as these days. Obviously the chain and sprockets is absolutely junk. Looks like it's on its original sprocket, to be honest. Footrest hangers in a pretty sorry state, but they'll be vapor blasted and they will come back as new. It'll be an incredible transformation, to be honest. I've done quite a few RGVs now and in similar conditions, and they do clean up well. They do clean up well. Some bikes, brands don't, in particular Yamahas don't seem to be built as well, but Suzuki, yeah, they do clean up well. They use decent quality metals. Even the pipes, not been down the road, not scraped. Really good to see. It's a real survivor, this bike. A little bit of flaking on the decal there, but I think he wants to keep that. We'll just polish out things like these scratches, give it a really good deep polish and cut back, and they should be fine. Yeah. The rubber, still not hard, it's split though. Yeah, we'll probably have to get another one of those because that's got a split in it. Might have a spare, to be honest. Yeah, but she's all there. So, the next job, we'll try and get it going in the next episode. If we can't get it going, it may be seized. We're not too sure. It wasn't seized initially, but it did lock after a couple of kicks, or maybe on one of the bores. There's a bit of rust going on. Shouldn't be, because they are nickel seal coated, but we don't know until we get deeper into the engine, but we'll see. It's not imperative to get the bike going, but if we can, we can. If we don't, needs stripping down, there's no point in putting it back together just to prove we can get it going. We'll get it going as we go along. So next episode, if we can get it going, we'll be doing that. If not, we'll be discussing the processes and what's going where's it going off to, what we're actually going to get done properly. So we'll see you in the next episode. So if you like this and you want to see what's going on in the next one, like and subscribe. See you later, guys.
Splice Original.